Olmert in Washington. Shul destroyed. Legal probe against Premier.
I Love Torah, Sofer Stam by Reb Moshe. Finest quality tefillin, mezuzot, Sifrei Torah and Megillah, using Kabbalistic kavanas and daily mikveh immersion. Don't settle for less. Visit I Love Torah Sofer Stam today.
Today is the 1st of Sivan, 5768, June 4th, 2008. I am Aaron Deutsch, and you are watching Arutz Sheva, Israel National News. On Tuesday night, Prime Minister Ehud Olmert appeared before the American-Israel Public Affairs Committee Policy Conference in Washington.
Israel will not be deterred from a large military operation in Gaza if and when we come to the conclusion that this is the best way to restore calm on our southern border.
The premier stopped short of calling for attacking Iran militarily, though he left the option open. The Prime Minister, as well as American Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice, called on Europe to back stiffer sanctions against Tehran. Prime Minister Olmert called on the international community to penalize Iran by barring business travelers and imposing sanctions on companies that refine gasoline for the Islamic Republic.
A regime that denies the Holocaust, threatens, murders its neighbors' citizens, and seeks to destroy a member of the United Nations should not be allowed to cross the nuclear threshold. As President Bush told the Knesset, for the sake of peace, the world must not allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon.
While American officials were calling for sanctions against Iran, both Senators John McCain, the Republican nominee, and Democratic presidential candidate Senator Barack Obama have investments, including foreign companies, working in Iran, according to United Press International. Yesterday, the Israeli government destroyed the Chazon David Synagogue for the 33rd time. We spoke with David Wilder, spokesman of the Hebron community, about what happened and where they go from here. Shalom, David.
Shalom, Aaron.
So tell us, what exactly happened?
Chazon David was originally built, constructed following the murder of two men a number of years ago, just outside of Kiryat Arba. One of them was shot and killed in the morning, and the other one was a member of the Kiryat Arba Council who was killed during a protest that evening. The one man's name was David Cohen, the other was Chezi, so Chazon David, named for the two men. That shul has been destroyed over 30 times. I think that yesterday was the 32nd time. About a month or so ago, it had been where it is for a few years and nobody had touched it. However, due to Condoleezza Rice's visit here, they decided, the government, to show how they could show their power and destroy the shul. It was rebuilt last night, or 2 nights ago actually. It was destroyed again. And last night it was rebuilt.
Now, why would the government destroy the Chazon David Synagogue?
Because they call it an illegal outpost. It's a one of those. They have difficulty dealing with large communities like Migron and some of the others around. So they decide to pick on a small little place like a shul, and they consider it to be illegal.
So where does the community go from here? Will the synagogue be rebuilt?
Oh, it was. It has been rebuilt, and it will continue to be rebuilt. Eventually, there will be a permanent structure there.
David Wilder, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
On Tuesday night, Police Commissioner David Cohen attacked Prime Minister Ehud Olmert, saying he should look at himself if he wants to find whoever leaked information about his case to the media. Cohen rejected the Prime Minister's charges of police incompetence. Prime Minister Olmert recently complained the police were pumping the media and endlessly leaking information. At the height of the probe, he asserted, "I am acting in a statesmanlike way, and you are constantly leaking details from the investigation." Cohen spoke at a memorial ceremony for fallen policemen. The police insisted on fairness and responsible reporting, and anyone accusing us of strong leaks should examine his own surroundings. Media leaks have charged American businessman Morris Tlansky gave alternate testimonies when he spoke to the police, first when the American businessman testified to the court. Talansky testified he paid more than $4,000 for Olmert and his wife's 3-night hotel stay at a Washington hotel, as well as for their lodging in a New York hotel. The probe is continuing this week in the United States, where investigators are questioning donors to the premier and are seeking information on cash withdrawals and transfers. Transportation Minister Shaul Mofaz has begun making moves to prepare for a prime ministerial run. Mofaz is hoping to be chosen in Kadima primaries to succeed beleaguered Ehud Olmert, the current premier, without the need for new national elections. The Shas party has been threatening to bring down the government and cause new elections. On the backdrop of its demand for higher monthly child allowance payments, Shas has said it would support any candidate who promises to raise the allowances, and Mofaz has reportedly made this promise. Mofaz's main competitor in the race for Kadima party leadership and the prime ministership is Foreign Minister Tzipi Livni. Among Kadima members, Livni holds a significant lead against Mofaz. A joint Yediot Achronot Dachaf poll conducted late last week shows that 39% of the members of Kadima would vote for Livni, while 25% would vote for Mofaz. While he denied any connection, Mofaz's visit to the Golan Heights on Tuesday morning appears to be connected with his political ambitions. He made statements in favor of retaining the Golan.
The Syrians are not ready for peace. The meaning of giving the Golan Heights, God forbid, to the Syrians is Iranians here in the Golan Heights.
And even said he was considering moving there with his family.
I hope that one day I will also come here to live with my children.
During a UN summit on global food security, Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad launched his latest attack on Israel, calling it a false Zionist regime that is doomed to go. Speaking to the summit attendees through an interpreter, he defended his statements.
ما خبر دادیم که یک رژیم جعلی و اشغالگر و کسی که زنها
We informed the world that the lying and occupying regime, the regime that kills women and children in their homes, this regime's days are numbered. We feel that this is good news for all those who love humanity. Actually, we're only informing of something that has happened. We feel that the rest of the states agree with us. Israel will disappear with or without our help, and Europe will only gain from
به نظر دارن این مطلب رو به خوبی دریافت میکنن. این اتفاق خواهد افتاد.
Following the remarks, Ahmadinejad was shunned by Western leaders at the summit, including Italian Premier Silvio Berlusconi and Foreign Minister Franco Frattini, who refused to meet with the Iranian president. The Italian television network RAI reported the government was embarrassed by the Iranian leader's remarks and that his name was removed from the summit's closing gala event guest list. Iran is also a major concern for Israel due to its relationship with Syria. Amidst continued Israel-Syria negotiations over the Golan Heights, Syrian President Bashar Assad demanded Sunday that Syria's borders must extend all the way to Tiberias. Former Finance Minister Avram Hirshon was indicted this morning for theft, breach of trust, money laundering, fraudulent receipt of goods, and falsification of corporate documents. Hirshon is accused of embezzling 4 million shekels while serving as head of the Histadrut National Labor Union. Hirshon received more than 2 million shekels in cash, trips abroad, and meals, investigators say. He stepped down as finance minister after the allegations against him were made public. Tensions within the justice and law enforcement system mounted Tuesday as Justice Minister Daniel Friedman and retiring District Court Judge Shelley Timmon expressed sharp criticism of the police and prosecution. Minister Friedman attacked police and prosecution for wiretaps they carried out against then Justice Minister Chaim Ramon in 2006. The suspicions against Ramon involved a kiss between him and a female soldier. Friedman spoke before a Knesset committee of inquiry established to investigate the matter of the wiretaps in the Ramon trial. The police carried out wiretaps on the soldier's phone, and a senior female police officer, Superintendent Miri Golan, met with the soldier and pressured her to testify against Ramon. The prosecution did not inform Ramon's defense attorneys of the wiretaps and initially did not turn over some of the transcripts, despite being instructed to do so by the court. Friedman said Ramon's misbehavior was a much less serious matter than the way the case was handled. Friedman accused Attorney General Menachem Mezuz of doing all within his power to block Prime Minister Ehud Olmert's initiative to appoint a committee of inquiry to investigate the wiretaps. Public Security Minister Avi Dichter also refused to conduct an investigation of the matter, Friedman said. That wraps up today's newscast. Join us again tomorrow for another edition. Until then, shalom from all of us here at Arutz Sheva, Israel National News.